Welcome back, everyone. Another episode of Coffee with the Commish. Last week, NBA Wednesday, the ESPN doubleheader. Me and one of my guys, Joe, who's trying to get some more recognition in the space, get some more exposure. Very, very sharp basketball mind. We broke down the Cavs and Celtics, and we broke down the Pelicans and the Trailblazers. Had some good feedback from people. People liked the content. Traffic was good. So we figure we'll make it a regular thing. We're going to do this at least for one game every single Wednesday. And without further ado, I'll bring Joe back, man. Appreciate you coming back. 3-2 last week on your props. How's it feel?
Yeah, thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to talk Mavericks Pelicans tonight, 7:30 p.m. over on ESPN. The Mavericks, I grabbed them under 45.5 wins for the season coming out of the All-Star break, and that just feels like free money at this point. They've really struggled to get things going since bringing Kyrie Irving over. 5-6 overall. Irving hasn't played every single one of those games, but they've struggled in that span. 13th in net rating. They've been elite offensively, which is predictable. 4th in offensive efficiency in that span, but they're all the way down in 25th in defensive efficiency. Traveling to face New Orleans, shorthanded, obviously, without Zion Williamson. They're 8-20 since Williamson last played. What are we looking at tonight, matchup-wise? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the biggest matchups that I've got so far are Kyrie Irving and CJ McCollum here. So Irving's been averaging 27.5 as a Maverick on 18 shots a game. McCollum's a decent defender, I guess you could say, probably middle of the pack at 115.5. That's his defensive rating. And he's on 18 shots a game. So that's definitely a good matchup to be looking out for. Definitely two good guards that'll be battling in the backcourt. The next one is Luka Doncic and Josh Richardson. So Luka's shooting 22 shots a game, and he's averaging 33 points per game this season. Josh Richardson, decent defender. Everybody kind of knows Josh Richardson for being that serviceable guy. But Luka Doncic is Luka Doncic. And so I think that Luka's really going to get it done here against Josh Richardson. I've got Luka going over 31.5 points tonight, and I've got him over 6.5 assists. I couldn't really believe that the line was 6.5 assists because he's been averaging over 8 a game. So that's definitely another matchup to really look at.
And one thing too with the Pelicans, they've been close to league average defensively since they lost Zion and Luka. We're probably getting a little bit of a discount on the assist market tonight, just because we can see like he's gone over this a decent amount since Irving came over via trade, but there's a lot of near misses in here, right? With exactly 6 here, exactly 6 against the Timberwolves. A semi-favorable matchup tonight on the road for Dallas. Probably going to have to do a lot of the leg work for himself. I think that's a great spot for him to get to 7 tonight. Also, I think he's going to be really competitive at the points as well. I mean, like someone's got to get it done. Dallas really has a two-man show running there on the offensive end of the floor right now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's a really good point. And, if the Mavericks are going to have any sort of success, it's going to be in the hands of Luka and Kyrie Irving. And so that's why I really love Luka over 31.5. I think he does have a favorable matchup here. Now, going on to the other side, on New Orleans side, Brandon Ingram's been playing pretty well since Zion has been out. He's been shooting a lot of shots like we talked about last week. But he's playing against Josh Green, who's got 118 defensive rating this season, which is decent. But I really like Ingram kind of imposing his will on the game and really taking it to Josh Green. So I've got Brandon Ingram over 25.5 points tonight. I really think he's going to get it done for the Pelicans. He's at home. Pelicans play pretty well at home. I know they haven't been since Zion's been out, but I really do believe that Brandon Ingram's going to be able to get this one done.
And that when you're looking at player props too, always important to remember, even if New Orleans wasn't able to get this done, it doesn't preclude Ingram from hitting the over on his points here. Similar to the Luka assist prop we just talked about, a lot of near misses for Ingram at this number: 25 exactly, 25 exactly, 25 exactly, 24 exactly. But you mentioned the shot volume, as many as 29 shots in these 3 games in March so far, averaged over 21 a game in February without Zion on the court. He's been a very, very high usage individual for the New Orleans Pelicans offense. And again, with Dallas's defense being so lackluster since the trade and even worse on the road for the season, It does make a lot of sense here, especially, you have more of a basketball mind, right? Like I understand the research, I understand the data, but you can actually look and understand matchups and understand what's going on the court. I think that's a good spot.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that also kind of moves me into how bad Dallas has been rebounding the basketball. I mean, to put it lightly, they're atrocious at rebounding now. They really have no depth. Maxi Kleba and JaVale McGee are both out. So I really also do like Brandon Ingram over 5.5 rebounds. Again, he's bigger. He's stronger than Josh Green. He's going to impose his will on the game. I do really like that a lot. So the next one that I'd probably do is Brandon Ingram over 5.5. He's averaging around there during the season, but I'm really expecting a big game for him tonight.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty sharp line at the number. If I had to guess, I think he gets to 6, not 5 in this spot as well. I like it even more with the support that you have from your perspective. But going to props.cash here and looking at what forwards have done relative to their market number on the glass as of late, a lot of green check marks here. Lauri Markkanen only had 6 boards the other day, and then a couple of role players here went underneath their market number. But pretty much every single starting forward that has had a rebound prop released against this Dallas Mavericks team as of late has hit the over here. Dallas, we mentioned it, 17th in opponent rebounds per game, 25th in rebound percentage since the Irving trade. They've been abysmal. You go on the road, it seems like it's always tougher to rebound the basketball on the road. Plus money on Ingram tonight, that could be worth a small stab.
Yeah, totally.
What are you looking at side in total in this game? You think Dallas gets it done, favored by 2 points? You like New Orleans at home? We mentioned New Orleans only 4-7 at home since Zion last played at the beginning of January. Dallas has really struggled on the road, though, really all season, and nothing has improved too much since Irving has gotten here. So when you look at a game that's essentially a pick-'em, who do you like in this spot?
Yeah, I really do like the Pelicans here. I mean, obviously Dallas, on paper, they've got Luka, they've got Kyrie Irving. You would think that they'd go into New Orleans and kind of take care of the game. But like you said, they're 5-6 since they've gotten Kyrie Irving. They're 5-5 when Kyrie Irving has been on the court. They're not very good on the road. I just really like the Pelicans covering, or the Pelicans winning here. Jonas Valanciunas is also back, and I really think that he's going to do a lot of work on the offensive and defensive end. So I've got the Pelicans winning this one.
I do tend to agree with you in this spot. It's not a slam dunk for me, but with the Pelicans being at home and away splits matter so much in the NBA. And I feel like even more so this season than in previous seasons. We've seen teams at home have just played significantly better than teams on the road across the board. The Pelicans, even though they're only 4-7 at home in their last 11 without Zion, having Brandon Ingram healthy, having CJ McCollum healthy, getting Valanciunas back on the floor against a Dallas team that is really woefully deficient in the paint around the basket, I think they're able to get the job done. I think for me too, I'm going to take a small stab on the Ingram over 25.5 points, which you mentioned. And I really do like the Luka over 6.5 assists as well. So those are going to be my 3 spots tonight. And then just to recap your spots, get the Pelicans on the money line, Brandon Ingram over 5.5 boards, Ingram over 25.5 points, Luka over 31.5 points, and then Luka over 6.5 assists. So we're running the same way on a few of these, and I'm definitely not talking you off of the ones that I'm not joining you on.
Totally.
Well, man, I appreciate you jumping on again. Again, if you guys find the content valuable, please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We're going to keep bringing you guys at least one of these every week. Joe is a fantastic human being. He's trying to build his presence in the space. He's got aspirations to be a general manager or work in the front office of an NBA team one day. So definitely give him some support, show him some love on social media. I'll put his information in the description below as well. But Joe, appreciate you joining as always. If you guys are talented, best of luck on your action. If you're on other stuff tonight in this game or elsewhere on the NBA slate, just let us know in the comments. Until next time, good luck, everyone.